काम कर और फल की चिंता मत.
There will be one creator, one director, one writer who will have that faith in you and he'll give you that opportunity. So wait.
I feel there is a bigger plan which you can't see.
When things are not going right, you are in despair. But if you still have hope, that even one speck of hope in that darkness of despair, then that night will pass.
Very cliche, you know, that's the moment when you actually decide to get up and you fall back down. Actually, true.
So firstly, welcome all of you. The trailer looks fab. I have to start. Raghav, so you're the captain of the ship, so I will start with you. That horror as a genre, I think we have had a very love-hate relationship as audience and makers, and the success rate also has been quite skewed when it comes to it. And in series format, I think there's only one, and Prime only has done that show. Other than that, I don't remember any horror show as such being made. How difficult does it become to kind of pitch a story like this and kind of create a vision for an OTT world? Because on the big screen, you still have those grandeur to kind of the environment to create that horror element, but on OTT, because वो आपको नहीं पता कौन कैसे देख रहा है, how to create the environment, how challenging does it become for you to create a story, create a vision that it doesn't fall short on any of it?
So you're right, like horror is one of the most challenging genres there is, but I think the story is what you focus on.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter which genre, as long as the emotional core and the character arcs and the story is connecting with the audience, the genre comes second. It doesn't matter it's the big screen or the small screen. Yes, horror has a lot of craft element to it. There is a certain amount of sound design, there's a certain amount of visual immersion that you need for horror. But it's finally at the end of the day, it's the emotional connection you build for the audience with the characters, which is going to connect them to that horror. That's what's going to make them feel. It's not the sound or the visual that makes them feel. They just add. So I feel as long as we focus on that, and that's what we've tried to do with Andhera. We've tried to tell a layered story about real people caught up in a situation which is a collision between science and the supernatural. Investigative horror, supernatural horror series, which is not something which is very common. It's not been done in, at least in Indian OTT space yet, and this is going to be the first show like that. And I hope there are many such shows because the audience exists.
Yeah, I think I love horror genre, and I think it's just in Indian context we don't get to see that much horror that we can actually love and kind of revisit again and again somewhere, and I hope this is gonna be that one for us. Coming to Meri Jeet Ki Sathi, and the person I think who is the busiest bee of them all right now, 4 months, 4 shows, like 4th release.
Yeah,
Firstly, how is this the whole excitement of this continuously working, going on promoting and everything? How are you handling it? Is it like something you had always kind of envisioned yourself to be doing at this point in your career, or like how are you managing it all?
So part one of so many things that you've asked me is that, of course, I've shot for all of them over the last 3 years, but it's very surreal in a way that you know, you plan your career moves and you plan to-dos, not to-dos, this kind of project, that kind of script, this kind of role, that kind of part. You do all that. I think all of that is in vain. Why? Because I feel there is a bigger plan which you can't see, and I don't think anybody can plan in their sane state of mind for something like this. It's kind of unimaginable. That's not where you even begin to dream, right? That it's the quality of projects that I was very, very fortunate to have got, and it goes right from whether the first one right up until Andhera being the 4th one, but it's also the timing of it all, where you know the paths have been on paper also very, very well written, very meaty, very impactful. And if I was able to do justice, then it makes me feel very content and very happy and extremely grateful, because this is not something that you can, like I said, right? You can't plan something like this. You can't. So I just feel like I should just ground myself more, even more.
Yeah, but somewhere does the actor in you feel recognized by not just the audience but the industry as well? Because
By both.
Yeah.
By both.
Yeah, true, and I think that recognition and validation.
I
might not
finished.
be
I
the
complete
right
20 years of being here.
It's amazing.
term. See, 20 years.
Yeah.
and
So you know something. There's a quote that has always stayed with me, and till about this year began, and the moment I started to understand the kind of course that these releases are going to take, the whole perspective changed. You know, there's a quote by Ray Kroc, who's the founder of McDonald's, and he said, "Yeah, all right. They called me. I'm paraphrasing. They called me an overnight success, but yeah, 30 years is a long, long night."
Yeah.
You know. So, yeah, it just seems nostalgic. It seems long. It seems. It seems like there was the longest time, there was a chase from my end, and then suddenly there was surrender, and yeah.
The way you're speaking, I sense a very mix of excitement and calmness, very examnex. Examnex. See, I'm making words. Yeah, but
No,
I'm
I'll tell
sensing.
you why. It's also a conscious decision, because you know what, like coming back to Andhera, after every Andhera there is a day now. So, like how time changes, and the worst of the times change, the not so okay times change, the good times also change, right? And all of it changes, because that's the way life goes on. So I want to be conscious about that fact, and I just want to feel a lot of gratitude in my heart, and just keep going with even more hard work and even more drive, and forget about this ever happened. Like that.
That is how you should always, I think, achievements come and go, but it's about how
Yeah,
you
not to
keep
take
on
it too
going.
seriously.
Yeah. But coming to my oldest friends, Bapat ji. Bapat ji. So I have to say, like, you are getting to play, be it a headstrong minister in your other show, or that headstrong, free-spirited girl in your last one, or here playing that strong women as a cop. When you get to play, the reason I'm saying this word again and again, strong, is because somewhere earlier people used to see as a timid woman, timid girl, but the way you are getting these roles, somewhere they are not just showing your inner strength, but somewhere they are reflecting on the outer strength as well. So somewhere do you feel that somewhere both the sides are getting a beautiful amalgamation on screen when people are recognizing the inner as well as that outer strength in you?
Wow, yeah. I mean, this I feel is more of a compliment than a question.
It is.
I'm feeling like, wow.
I'm not the one that's hard to take.
Because I don't want to answer this. I'm already feeling really good about this. Like no one has actually articulated my journey so well that even I didn't know it has been so beautiful and struggled. Oh my god. Wow. And also I'll add one more thing, the patience. Because I think that is the one thing that life has really taught me, to be patient, wait, believe in yourself, trust, and there will be one creator, one director, one writer who will have that faith in you, and he'll give you that opportunity. So wait. Like she said, that she's getting all that success, but it's years of hard work, you know, and you never know when people will start recognizing your potential, when will that turn will come in your life where, you know, everything just changes overnight. But like she said, that overnight is not overnight. In the Hindi industry, or maybe in the OTT space, I've been working since 2018, but I've been working as a child actor. So the first time I faced camera was when I was 10 years old or 11 years old.
Wow.
So for me, the journey has been very different. And now when you are very conscious that you want, though you're not planning it, like she said, and I'm sorry I'm using your
Sorry,
words because
please,
you
no,
said
no.
it very correctly, you can never plan it that I want it to go this way. It always happens, and you just have to surrender to that process. In that time, be patient and wait. But I really, really respect, and I'm forever grateful to makers like Raghav sir, Gaurav, Karan, and Excel, and everyone, even the platform, for believing in the ability that you have, that they see only in your 1 or 2 scenes that you perform in the audition. That's where they've, you know, kind of put in all the trust in you that you will bring that character to life on screen. And I'm grateful, and I think I'm also able to put myself out there in such a way that every work is speaking louder than the previous work, where more creators will trust me with more faith.
Yeah, and while you said you have been working since as a child, but like even for the Hindi audience, at least I can say for a lot of people from my generation of us, from 22 years we know you, but that was as the Munna Bhai girl, and that stayed for a long time. It took a long time to detach from it. So there's that commonality between you two. I know different journeys, different way it has come out, but the wait has been long for both of you. You came from a different medium to this one, you came from different region to this one in Hindi, and it has been a very challenging journey for both of you to somewhere have people accept you. Somewhere in that whole journey of getting people to accept you, was there ever a time where you doubted how to accept yourself in what you are doing? Somewhere getting that doubt in your head ki, what if I should try this thing or something different medium, something different language, or some different profession I think might be a long stretch, but somewhere try something different. Were there ever questions about that ever occurred in your mind?
I think till about some time back there were questions like, actually forget trying something different. You know, it brings you to a point where you actually give seed to self-doubt. Forget everything else. It's just self-doubt. And I feel the right opportunity, the right part, when it has to come to you now, it comes to you. And it's not about, oh my God, you've arrived kind of a thing. I think that's too shallow for journeys as beautiful as these. And I think I don't have any complaints about, oh, why so long, oh, and how. I don't have any complaints. It had to be this way for me to evolve this way. And it's a life and work for me personally. I mean, that's how I look at it. It's a very reflective, like a mirroring sort of a journey, you know. It's the inside reflected outside, and then that sort of keeps going on. So, come back to your question. I've just lost my line.
I was asking about the doubt.
So self-doubt. Yeah, so it is, forget trying this and trying that. You doubt your decisions. You doubt your own capabilities. You doubt your own craft. You go through all that, and I think you have to go through all that. I feel it's very important. Today I say that in hindsight.
I think
so
not
important.
just, sorry,
No, please,
I didn't mean to interrupt,
please.
but not only artists, I think everybody goes through that moment of doubt, you know.
And when things are not going right.
When things are not going right, you are in despair. But if you still have hope, that even one speck of hope in that darkness of despair, then that night will pass. And that is in a way the core of Andhera also, you know, like the psychologically, what does darkness do to you? It's all around us. But will we let it get us? Or will we be able to survive through that long night?
Yeah. And I know, like, in retrospect, it's easier for someone to say, "Acha, theek hai, inka to ho gaya, isliye bol rahe hain," because ho gaya. But it's when you are going through
when
that.
When you're going through it means it's like, I mean, you feel helpless and hopeless. Because you don't know which way to run, you feel directionless. You feel all of these lesses. Right? All of this. And it's for real, because at the end of the day, it's, again, it might sound very cliche, you know, that's the moment when you actually decide to get up and you fall back down. Actually true. It's actually true. कि जो next आएगा ना यार, उसमें जान डाल देंगे. That drive, that will and wish to continue to still give more to whatever you've got. Not in the largeness or the bigness of it, but in whatever that it is. And I think there is then a domino effect when you don't leave that thread of hope, when you don't leave that that string of drive, when you don't leave that commitment to what you're here to do. काम कर और फल की चिंता मत कर. Sorry, we're all sounding, I don't know what it is about Andhera. All sounding like Bapat.
I'm making notes.
You said you're spiritual, right?
Yeah, but I'm serious. I mean, what is it about Andhera? We're talking spiritual language.
We have gone in a very Andhera wala deep zone.
मतलब ऐसे profound बातें हो रही है सुबह से. I don't know what is bringing that
But
out.
how did you cope with that phase of self-doubt? Did it come for you first?
Oh, of course. I mean, why not? Everyone, like she said, everyone goes through it. I feel it even today. Like every day when you get up, I wouldn't say every day, but there are a lot of times when you're in a room filled with people whose energies are not right. They belittle you. It's a very condescending feeling that they, that you feel in the room, that someone feels more powerful. You are being treated a little lesser. Whether it is experience, whether it is work, whether it is where you come from, whether it is your language, whether everything, or your performance, your abilities, the opportunities, everything, you do feel that. And then I think, for me, what works best is go back home and have a conversation with my husband, because I really need that. A lot of times we sit and we talk, and I'm glad that he is also from the same industry, so he understands my frustration, where I'm coming from, what I want, how much ambitious I am, but I don't want to chase it, but yet I want to chase it. I want everything, but I don't want to run behind it. It all gets onto you very quickly, faster. But at the same time, when I have these conversations is when I realize that what about people who trusted you, who showed faith in you and gave you those opportunities and put those shows on your shoulder and said that I know that you can lead this. Believe in those people, believe in their energy. The other people will come, they'll go, they'll teach you lessons, you learn from them and let them go, do their job, because that's their job, to do what they are doing, to make you learn what you should feel and how you should feel about yourself. There are days, like she said, you get up and you tell yourself that whatever it is, there are good people, there are good creators who believe in me. I should not be focusing on these people. Let them be. I'll wait and it'll happen. Ek din suraj ugega.
Like Mohammed Siraj says, no, believe. You have to believe.
मुझे Ted Lasso से याद है. But thank you so much, all of you, and wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.